There's a news story coming up talking about how a woman is claiming that juicing helped her cure her cancer, and this is something which I'm going to refer back to some of the bullshit claims of many vegans out there. Again, I am a vegan and I think it's a great thing for your health, but to start claiming that just by changing your diet to omitting some chicken and some bacon, suddenly you're going to cure yourself of cancer. It can certainly in ways prohibit you from developing cancer in the first place, but if you've got cancer, to suddenly say, yeah, just eat bananas and dragon fruit and you'll cure yourself of cancer, is a thing which I find is a dangerous nonsense concept to put out there. However, there's about to be a news story on the radio just now, so let's have a listen to that and let's hear what the actual medical qualified doctor has to say about somebody claiming a juice diet helped them cure cancer.
This is Kay Adams with you on BBC Radio Scotland until...
Great, and even if you just kind of Google this, you've got Understanding Treating Cancer with Alternative Medicines, talking about how carrot juice by itself will cure all cancer patients. Raw food treatment for cancer. Effective vegetable juice drink for treating cancer. Blah, blah, blah. There's lots of bullshit claims on the internet. Anyway, let's hear.
Yeah, Dr. Tom is still with me, taking your calls and questions this morning.
Newlyweds shun chemotherapy for carrots to beat breast cancer. Utter nonsense.
Yeah, I did mention just before the news there, one of the headlines that has been in the news this week is of a mum from Liverpool who believes that she fought her stomach cancer by dietary means, basically giving up fatty and sugary foods and juicing. And I know this is something that you feel very strongly about.
Yes, I'm very happy for her that she's at the moment well, and I'm really pleased for her. I don't think, though, people should take her example and start juicing themselves. This is a very old story, and it goes back to the Bristol Cancer Centre back in the 1980s, when they were promoting just juicing things and stopping people eating fatty things and proteiny things even. And they were hugely discredited because the patients who were taking these extra fruits and having these exclusion diets actually died sooner than patients who were having the normal treatment. And it became a scandal, in fact. And the worst part of it is that if you start promoting these special diets for people with cancer and they don't then get much better, then what happens is the people who are promoting this blame the cancer patients for not following their instructions. Absolutely. So then you get a feeling of guilt in the patient. Now, Professor Carol Sikora, a Scot, by the way, from Argyll, who works in London now, he says there's absolutely, and he's a professor of cancer, he says there's absolutely no evidence that going on a particular diet of any kind will make any difference to the outcome of cancer. But I've got good news in that the cancer deaths are dropping in Britain, mainly because A, they're getting diagnosed earlier, and B, we've got much better kinds of treatment for cancer. So in the BMJ, actually this week, 6th of February, it was reported that cancer death rates have fallen by 10% in the last 10 years. So that's since 2006, when we were pretty good then. So we're really improving fast now. Although more cancers are being diagnosed, there are fewer deaths, which means we're doing far better. But you can't actually promote juicing as a means of curing it.
The only thing on that, Tom, and not in any way that I would contradict your advice or indeed Carol Sikora's, but we are and have been, more and more told in recent times that lifestyle can be a contributing factor to cancers developing. And there is now an awful lot of emphasis placed on, lead a healthy lifestyle, minimise your alcohol intake, do watch your diet, don't take fatty foods and processed meats, etc., etc. So you could understand why people might think if, the wrong diet can be a contributor
Yeah.
to cancer, then why would a good diet not be something that would, you know, help in the event of developing?
But a juicing diet isn't necessarily a good diet,
Okay,
because what
right.
it is doing is excluding other things. For example, excluding fat. Not a good idea, actually. We need fat. Every neuron in our body, every nerve cell in our body is covered in fat. Our brain is the fattest organ in our body. We do need fat, so please don't exclude fat from your diet if you've got any problems.
Right, okay. Let's get back to some questions here.
So there you go, medical professional giving some real advice there. Juicing or exclusion diets, where you eradicate some part of, you know, if you eradicate drinking radioactive, was it Nuka-Cola, then understandably that may help reduce your chance of cancer. But it's talking when you've already got cancer, don't think that by I'm not going to eat potatoes and only eat bananas, suddenly you're going to be cured of cancer. Let's leave it there, people.